Hello everyone, welcome to the course of network theory. We will be studying some of the basics of electric network. As we all know, the electric network is made up of various electrical components like resistors, capacitors and inductors. At the same time, it needs the energy sources. Okay, so the energy sources are divided in various categories that we will be seeing today. The energy sources are divided into two categories, that is independent sources and the dependent sources. As their name indicates, we can understand that in the independent sources, the value of the output voltage or current is independent or any other factor, right? Whereas in the dependent sources, whatever output voltage or current we are going to get out of that source will be dependent or will be controlled by some other factor, will be controlled by some other voltage or current. So based on that, these are further subdivided into the independent sources can be independent voltage source and independent current source. The voltage source will give you the output in the form of voltage, whereas the independent current source will give you the output in the form of current. Now, the dependent sources are divided into four categories based on which factor is controlling them and what is the output of that sources. So they are voltage controlled voltage source, voltage controlled current source, current controlled voltage source and current controlled current source. Let us see each of them in detail. So independent voltage source, it is obviously a two terminal network element and it will always be giving you a fixed value of voltage or a specified value of voltage across its terminal. And as you can see here, two figures are shown for independent voltage source. The first one, that is A, is indicated by a circle with a sine wave symbol within it. It is indicating a AC voltage source which is having a value of voltage changing with respect to time. Whereas in the figure B, we have a battery which can also be called as a DC voltage source. So this is about the independent voltage source. Now coming to independent current source, the current source is indicated by an arrow showing the direction of flow of current. So in the first figure, it is I of t. That means the value of the output current is a function of time and it will be changing with respect to time. It is a function of time. In the figure B, it is a constant value I. Coming to dependent sources, the dependent sources indicates the value of voltage or current of a source depends on some other voltage or current, and that is why it is called as dependent or controlled sources. The first is voltage controlled voltage source. So it is a voltage source basically, and the value of its output voltage is controlled by some other voltage present in the circuit. Again, it is a two terminal electrical component. Here you can see that the value of that output voltage source is VCD. As it is indicated in a diamond shaped box, we can come to know that it is a dependent source, and within that diamond the polarity, that is plus and minus, is shown. It indicates that it is a voltage source. Now the value of this voltage VCD is equal to mu into VAB. VAB is some other voltage and mu is a constant. In short, whenever the value of VAB will change, the value of VCD will also change. So it is a voltage controlled voltage source. If we want to find the value of this constant mu, it will be VCD upon VAB. That means it is a ratio of two voltages. Hence we can also call it as voltage gain, and the constant mu will be dimensionless constant. Coming to the next category, that is voltage controlled current source. Now again we can see here in the diamond shaped box, it is shown with an arrow. That means it is a current source, and As it is in diamond shape, it is a dependent current source. The value of the output current ICD is given by GM into VAB. Now this VAB is voltage at some other part, and which is controlling the value of the output current ICD. Hence we call it as a voltage controlled current source. Okay. Now this constant GM is given by ICD upon VAB. As it is the ratio of current to voltage, we can call it as a transconductance, and its ratio is Siemens, and its unit is ampere per volt or Siemens. Next type of dependent source is current controlled voltage source. Here in the diamond on the right hand side, we have a polarity sign within it indicating that it is a voltage source. The value of its output voltage VCD is given by VCD equals to R into IAB. That means the value of output voltage VCD will change according to the some current IAB. Hence, it is a current controlled voltage source. If we will try to find the value of this constant R, it is equal to VCD upon IAB. As it is the ratio of voltage to current, we call this constant as trans resistance or mutual resistance, and hence its unit and dimension can be given by volt per ampere or ohm. The last type of dependent source is a current controlled current source. Very simple according to its name. In this diamond shape on the right hand side, the direction of arrow is shown, which indicates that this is a current source. If we will see the value of output current given by this current source, ICD is equal to beta into IAB. This IAB is the current flowing through some other part of this network, and that IAB is controlling the value of this current source ICD. That is why we call it as a current controlled current source. Now, if we try to find out the value of this constant beta, it is equal to ICD upon IAB. In short, it is the ratio of two currents. Hence, we can also call it as current gain, and obviously it will be a dimensionless quantity. So this was all about the various types of sources used in electrical network. Thank you.